Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
To throw is Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. That's taken at around the 40. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready? 30 base.
Check 55, Mike.
Hey, Sam on. Ready?
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
At the 16-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, defense, let's go. Chopper, big grip.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Throwing his lock on third down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever...
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now it's Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
Kill. Check.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
General West.
On the ground, Kamara. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the counter, here's Kamara. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 3rd and long. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's got his man, it's Andrews. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw again is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
He's checking crap.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he's going to go down again. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Check. Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. This is Johnson. He's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
10-2 stop. Hey, Echo. Get it.
Locke working out of the gun. Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone for a Denver touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 18 data. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hayward.
Now Jackson on 1st down. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. They go screen. This is Ingram. They find some open field here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Flush to his, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's trash.
On first down, Locke. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Ready. Safety gator. 49. Check 49.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
60 Pittsburgh. X3, 218, chopper. Snap.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 43. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Kamara. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Ready.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. This is the tight end Fant. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Locke to throw. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Block now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Block. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Jackson to throw again. He's going to launch this thing way down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Jackson on the move, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 15 line. We're pretty quiet. Shoot!
On the ground, this is Kamara. Nifty move. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall.
Complete to number 86. A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Broncos.
Block now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 30 base. Greystone, travel.
Get him! Kill.
2nd and 5 now. Lock. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Johnson's got it complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Throwing on first down is Locke. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. First and 10 at the... Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Ravens on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Locke. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. Locke now on first down. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
The Broncos on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Throwing now is Locke. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Block now on third and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Jackson now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16.
At their own 16-yard
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And it is no good. So maybe a little final act of mercy there. And that's how this one ends. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get...
Till we die.